Welcome back to Trending Update USA. This is your guy Steffan on the mic, and today we have one of the most exciting stories dropping from the tennis world. Coco Gauff is leveling up, and this time, she's not just training harder, she's training smarter, deeper, and more scientifically than ever before. At just 21, the young superstar has already built a resume that most players take a lifetime to achieve, but instead of slowing down, Coco is stepping into the future. She's officially partnered with a biometrics performance coach, signaling a bold new era in her career. The move isn't just strategic, it's revolutionary. Coco Gauff has joined forces with a growing movement in sports where athletes bring in data scientists, neuromuscular experts, wearable tracking systems, biofeedback technicians, and precision movement coaches who monitor every small detail of a player's body function. Biometrics coaching was once something reserved for secret lab experiments and elite Olympic prep camps, but now it's going mainstream. Coco's decision shows that the top talents believe that the next championships will be won not just by muscle and grit, but by science and numbers. Biometrics training means measuring performance using biological data, heart rate variability, reaction timing, muscle activation symmetry, tendon load tolerance, sweat electrolyte profiling, peripheral vision recall speed, neural exhaustion markers, in-match adrenaline thresholds, and hundreds of other signals that most fans never even consider. This type of coaching unlocks things that the naked eye can never detect. Coco's camp revealed that the entire purpose behind this partnership is to refine movement economy, reduce micro-injury risk, sharpen serve mechanics using motion capture-backed kinematic sequencing, improve return reaction arcs through sensor-based latency reduction drills, and train her brain to stay calmer under Grand Slam pressure using biofeedback stress response mapping. The coach she's teaming up with comes from a lineage of performance analysis originally popularized by American football combined testing labs, NBA pre-draft movement biology facilities, and European soccer load management data institutes. Though the name hasn't been heavily publicized, insiders have drawn comparisons to systems historically supported by sports data organizations like Catapult Sports, institutes like the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee High Performance Division, and wearable technology providers like Whoop, showing the level at which Coco is now operating. Why does this matter? Because Coco Gauff is one of the most watched next-generation athletes in tennis, playing under organizations like the Women's Tennis Association, training in facilities used by the USTA National Campus in Lake Nona, and competing on the biggest stages like Arthur Ashe Stadium in the US Open. When Coco makes a move, it impacts the whole sport. Her team stated that while Coco already possesses elite athleticism, power, defensive speed, and competitive intelligence, this partnership would bring a new layer of refinement to her game. Coco herself said it's about building efficiency, learning how to use energy like currency, not like air. The statement quickly went viral across tennis media circles like Tennis Channel, ESPN Tennis, the Athletic Tennis section, and online fan forums like Tennis Twitter and r/tennis on Reddit. Her serve has been a headline topic for months, especially after major matches against big competitors including names like Iga Swiatek, Aryna Sabalenka, Jessica Pegula, Madison Keys, Elena Rybakina, Naomi Osaka, and Ons Jabeur. Although Coco has had dominant wins, some losses highlighted that her motion sequencing on serve and high-pressure return timing windows had room for precision improvements. Biometrics coaching can transform those areas by building predictive timing models customized to an athlete's unique neuromuscular signature. Coco is known for her reach, long stride patterns, ability to slide on hard courts, leap into forehands, fire backhands from impossible defense positions, recover explosively from corner rallies, track lobs seamlessly, and return shots while midair. Now imagine science tuning that to perfection. That's the goal. The training reportedly includes high-frequency eye-tracking returns, sweat chemistry endurance targeting, EMG-based balance monitoring, tendon elasticity training for impact damping, AI-supported movement sequencing, rotational hip load smoothing, posture fatigue prediction, cognitive overload shielding, rapid oxygen debt recovery pacing, and even breath sync footwork timing. where inhale-exhale cycles are mapped into step impact to reduce ATP depletion waste during rallies. Experts from the International Tennis Federation Sports Science and Medicine Commission and PhD analysts who have examined player load profiles across tennis tours applaud the decision. A sports physiology professor from a major Florida university commented that, "Tennis is late to the biometrics revolution, but Coco arrived right on time." Coco trains with a baseline intensity that fans have seen since junior days, when she held dominance titles in ITF juniors, including winning Roland Garros juniors, before transitioning into a top WTA competitor. She famously broke through by defeating Venus Williams in Wimbledon 2019, a story originally ignited by platforms like BBC Sport Tennis, WTAtennis.com, and Grand Slam broadcast partners. But now, her growth is no longer about shocking breakthroughs, it's about optimized sustainability, reduced injury probability, strategic biomechanical load forecasting, movement fractal efficiency, shot prep anticipation modeling, and ensuring that each motion is worth more per unit of energy spent. This type of approach aligns her with athletes from other sports who have used biometrics to dominate, including Stephen Curry leveraging motion sequencing in the NBA, Erling Haaland tracking lactate thresholds in soccer, or Simone Biles using precision movement biology in gymnastics. Tennis legends have weighed in too. Chris Evert, Billie Jean King, Martina Navratilova, and even male counterparts like Andy Roddick, John McEnroe, and Patrick McEnroe have openly supported analytics evolutions in the sport. While biometrics is the new frontier, it builds on decades of tennis performance analysis culture developed under organizations like Michael Joyce coached biomechanical refinement movements, WTA coaching expansions, ITF fitness protocols, and USTA player science departments. The tennis world is watching closely, not because Coco needs reinvention, but because she's proving that a champion's instincts can coexist with future-gen data. That competitive DNA, combined with performance biology oversight, could do something wild, maybe bring her multiple slam titles over the next decade. Fans believe it, analysts believe it, brands are watching it, sponsors are tracking sentiment around it, and even tech companies are quietly excited. Coco is already a Nike athlete wearing custom racket styling supported by Babolat, competing in tournaments sponsored by Emirates, supported by media coverage from platforms like Sky Sports Tennis, Eurosport Tennis, Fox Sports Tennis, and trending commentary from tennis influencers worldwide. Her adoption of biometrics means even those brands may one day step further into personal performance tracking sponsorships. Let's break down what biometrics means for her tennis specifically. Reaction speed on return, improving sensor-motor signal travel time from optic nerve to motor cortex to muscle execution. Biometrics tracks latency and trains neural arcs to compress response delay. For opponents who deliver 115 plus mph serves, Sabalenka and Rybakina category, reaction smoothing could add a 7 to 12% faster return prep jump. That alone wins break points. Serve sequencing, tracking shoulder angle rotation cadence, hip torque release order, wrist snap timing arcs, scapula loading symmetry, pre-contact tendon recall percentage, and follow-through force distribution so that serve power increases without energy waste or injury risk. Energy economy, tracking oxygen debt zones during 20-plus shot rallies, measuring muscle fatigue imbalances during late-set defense, sweat electrolyte depletion rates, cortisol spike patterns, adrenaline threshold exhaustion zones, and more so that recovery is faster between points and errors decrease when matches push longer than 2.5 hours. Movement fractal efficiency, tracking if stride angles, pivot decisions, defensive slides, recovery steps, court coverage patterns, and rotation budgets are optimized per rally situation. Tennis is geometry. Biometrics makes geometry personal. Cognitive pressure stability, tracking mental stress responses during breakpoint situations, crowd energy absorption spikes, referee call emotional reactions, scoreboard pressure elevations, and more. Biofeedback trains her nervous system to stay calmer and make better decisions under pressure. Injury resistance, tracking tendon elasticity floors, ligament overload thresholds, imbalance risks on dominant versus non-dominant legs, impact shock absorption tolerance, muscle contraction mismatches, and predictive biorisk signals so that injuries are prevented before they even begin as microstrain. This partnership is also making waves because it shows the younger generation doesn't fear data, they demand it. The integration of performance biology into pro tennis could set up the next evolution for the sport. Imagine the future. Imagine young tennis players training with biometric profiling from age 12, automatically adjusting footwork sequencing through AI in-court sensors, measuring psychological pressure units like heart stress over time indexes during imaginary slam moment simulations, tracking muscle voltage sequencing during serve practice, adjusting racket torque via sensor-optimized grip tension algorithms, or even running tournaments where player recovery windows are optimized using biological exhaustion. Predictions. Coco is among the first top pros openly embracing that future instead of waiting for it. Some critics asked, "Does biometrics remove the human spirit from training?" The answer is simple, no. It amplifies it. Because the heart still competes, but now the body doesn't betray the heart at the wrong moment. Biometrics makes sure that when Coco wants to deliver, her body delivers too. Coco Gauff is already one of the biggest breakout champions after winning the 2023 US Open, defeating elite opponents under lights and pressure. Her match psychology, defensive genius, forehand power, backhand control, wingspan reach, competitive intelligence, and fight-till-the-end mentality has always been her weapon. Biometrics isn't replacing that, it's sharpening the blade. If this works the way insiders believe it will, Coco may see improvement across key metrics. First serve % climbing. Unforced error % dropping in sets 3+. Return reaction prep time shortening. Court coverage path distance decreasing per rally. Energy waste % dropping. Recovery BPM normalizing faster between points. Serve motion symmetry improvement. Defensive stride efficiency upgrade. Pressure HRV stability boost. Tennis analysts from rally modeling departments, wearable data providers, motion science PhDs, forehand to recovery time sequencing experts, coaching insiders, and physiologists are calling this one of the most exciting paradigm shifts in WTA tennis performance prep. This could also inspire others: Amanda Anisimova, Jessica Pegula, Iga Swiatek, Naomi Osaka, Aryna Sabalenka, Elena Rybakina, Madison Keys, Ons Jabeur, Xing Qinwen, Emma Raducanu, and even future rising talents from ITF developmental tours watching and thinking, maybe I need a body data coach too. If tennis evolves this way, Coco won't just be remembered for big titles, she may be remembered as one of the athletes who helped push tennis science into the future. One thing's certain, she's not done. She's just upgrading. And that's our breakdown here on Trending Update USA.